Hello, welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be trying out a full face of new Drugstore makeup. I've got a real mixture here. Well, I've got a lot of Revolution. I've got some Sheglam, some NYX, Catrice, I was going to say Technic Catrice, and the new MUA Lumi tint as well. I'm really excited to try this out. I've heard amazing things about it. So the first thing we're gonna try out is this here. So this is from the new NYX Simpsons collection. So I only picked up the eyeshadow palette and also the brow gel because I actually already used the original one of these on and off. I use others as well, but I do really like the original one and I do reach for it like quite a lot. So this one is the 2-in-1 brow and hair styler, and it's got really cool packaging as well. I'm not a Simpsons fan, I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm probably one in a million that isn't, but yeah, I don't know, it's just not my thing. Oh, this is cute though. Look at this. So we've got Marge's hair at the top here, although it does kind of look like a blueberry, but yeah, it's Marge's hair at the top here. And then obviously we have the brow gel in the bottom here. Yeah, as I say, the original one I use quite a lot. Has it got the same? Yeah, it's got the same applicator. So can you see that? It's like a comb. Can you see how long the bristles are? And they're quite flexible as well, but I absolutely love these. I only discovered it, like the original one, about a month and a half ago. But yeah, really, really good. Great if you've got like wiry or coarse or just rogue sort of hairs that won't do as they're told. So you have to squeeze, it's quite thick, so you have to squeeze it really hard and then get some of the product out like that. So as you can see, it's just clear. And then we will take that through. Seriously need to do my brow. I keep saying it, I've probably been saying that for about the last month that I need to do my brows. But yeah, I just haven't had the time, I'll be honest, because I do them myself, you see. Just haven't had the time. And then I kind of just go up a bit. See, it does dry really quick, that is the only thing. And then I like to just kind of do that with them and then get my finger and just press them down further. But yeah, can you see how quick and easy that was? I will put a bit of brow pen on as well because mine are quite patchy. But yeah, it's so quick and easy, and you can see how tidy that one now looks compared to that one. But yeah, I love the packaging though. I think it is absolutely adorable. I think this is really, really cute. And for someone that's not a Simpsons fan, I still appreciate it. So before I finish off my brows with pen, I am just going to go on with foundation. So as I say, I've picked up this one, which now looks really dark. In the shop, I thought, do you know what? I actually said to my husband, which one looks better? This one or a lighter one? And he said this one. It's his fault. But no, it might be all right once we get it on. But I got the shade NW3, which is neutral warm. And this claims to be a lightweight buildable foundation with hyaluronic complex, niacinamide and vitamin E. So we also have a pump on here as well. This was £6.99, which I thought was quite reasonable. That might be all right, actually. Isn't it funny? Sometimes you look at it. That first one was a bit of a pathetic pump. So I'm going to go out with a couple more. I do go a bit warmer this time of the year anyway because you know, obviously the sun's shining and I tend to put more tan on and stuff like that. So yeah, I do go a little bit darker this time of the year. So let's do this side here. It's quite hard to tell at the moment, but we'll see. It's going on really nice, I have to say. It does have a lovely finish. And for a skin tint, it's actually got a reasonable amount of coverage. I do prefer a skin tint anyway because I do like it a bit lighter. I don't really like too much product like on my face. It's too dark. I often feel, it's just the feel of it on my skin. I'm not a fan. So I do prefer to use a lighter products anyway. But as far as skin tints go, this is actually really nice. It's going on beautifully. The finish of it so far looks lovely. Just gone on with another light layer over the top just to see how buildable it is. And it seems to be nicely buildable actually. I'm quite impressed with how much coverage it actually has for a skin tint. But this is how it looks on the skin, which I think is really nice. The finish is lovely. It's not matte. It's not like super glowy or anything like that. It's a little bit in between. I'd say more of a satin finish. But it does have a really nice natural glow to it. Can you see here? Like where I turn my face with the light, which is what I love. Really nice. I prefer a sort of a glowy, dewier foundation that is naturally that way. You know, you don't want to look like you're covered in grease or anything like that. But something that's more natural like that is definitely my kind. I mean, look at the difference. Do you know what I mean? That is like, I would say, a layer and a half. I didn't quite go on. I just kind of dotted it a little bit and then, you know, went around with my sponge. But yeah, I think that is beautiful. So we'll go on the rest of my face now. Right, so it's all on now. Do you know what? I actually don't think the colour match is that bad at all. Now I've got it all over. I think this is either, I mean, I do have a patch, you can see right there. That is hyperpigmentation, which has just come out of nowhere. But then on this side, it does match. So I actually think it's fine. I think I was just panicking for no reason. But it is stunning. So nice. Look. How close can I get with that blurring? Yeah, I think that is so nice. And for a skin tint, as I say, as I've said a few times now, the coverage is actually pretty good. I would say it is kind of like on the light to medium side. I think that's beautiful. Really nice. You know, it kind of covers up everywhere that you want it to without it being too much. It's not full coverage to the point where it just blanks you out, but it does also cover like those little imperfections and things like that, but with it leaving it looking really natural at the same time. It's stunning, really nice, and for £6.99 as well. Right, so brows now finished off. I'm going to go on to eyeshadow next. No idea why I did foundation before eyeshadow. I normally do it the other way around, but hey ho. So we have the NYX Simpsons eyeshadow palette. How cool is this look? I love these. And then it obviously looks like a TV as well. And then if we open it up, this is what the colour story's like. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty boring. Yeah, it's not like anything exciting. However, it does look nice. You know, it's a nice neutral palette. And then we do have this little pop of yellow and blue in here as well, you know, for the Simpsons skin, I suppose, and then Marge's hair. So there's the swatches from the palette for you. They're nice. They're nice. What one was it? The yellow, it's not bad for a yellow, but I do find yellows can be a bit tricky anyway. Like most yellows, I don't think I've come across one actually that hasn't been, you know, somewhat a bit wishy-washy. This one here looks really nice, but it does also, I don't know how pigmented it's going to be. Oh, and this one here, it actually says on it, I'll show you. It actually says here, not for the eyes. So it says face pigment. Whether that's just a legal thing, I'm not sure. But yeah, there we go. So I'm not going to go too crazy with this. I'm going to start off with the brown just here, and I'm going to pop that through my crease, and I'm also going to take it on the outer half of my lid as well. Oh wow, that's really pigmented. Really pigmented. A lot more than I was expecting actually. Then, as I say, I will also take that onto my outer lid just there as well. Really impressed with the pigment on this, you know. It's, as I say, it's a lot more pigmented than I expected. However, it blends out really nicely. So you really, I've only dipped into the palette, you know, just the once. Like once for the crease and then once for the outer part here. But I feel like it's, you know, that's plenty to just sort of fade it out and blend it out a bit. That's a really nice deep brown actually, and as I say, it is quite deep. Well, it's very deep, but it looks fine. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look too much. It blends out nicely is what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to take a little bit of this one here. They don't have names on. I can't see them anyway. And we'll use that just to blend out the edge. Oh, I can't get my words out today. Slightly. Okay, I'm really happy with that. So next I'm going to go in with a bit of shimmer. I'm going to take this light one just here. It's almost like a bit of, it's a mixture. It's like a silvery champagne, I would say. I was going to say I've had no fallout yet, but it could all go wrong at this point. And I just want to take it on this front bit here, which is really not, what a lovely shimmer. That's, you know, quite nice and subtle. It's not too opaque or anything like that. I reckon if you use your finger it would be. But for a nice subtle sort of shimmer, that's really pretty. Like really pretty. Let's try it with my finger. Yeah. See, then it's a lot more like bold and opaque. I think that looks really nice. As I say, it's quite subtle, but I kind of like it. It's really pretty. It almost looks a bit of a wet look shimmer when it's on. Oh my God, I'm knocking everything over. Do you know what? Just for the fun of it, I'm going to take a little bit of this blue and just put it over the top very slightly, but just a little bit. I'm just going to take my finger and then dab it and hope this doesn't ruin it. Okay, and I'm just going to take this brush again and just blend it in. No more product. Do you know what? That's actually really nice. It's still, I didn't go too heavy with that. I mean, if I went full on with that blue shimmer, it would have been, you know, a real pop of blue. But as a little addition to that, can you see like that one is a lot more, well, as I keep saying, subtle. Whereas this one now has that nice blue shift to it. That's worked really well, a lot better than I expected actually. So next we'll go on with mascara, and for that I have this one here. So this is from Revolution and it's the Big Lash Fierce Colour Mascara. I got the Burgundy one. Burgundy, oh it just says Burgundy Mascara. I love the Burgundy Mascara. I just think, you know, there's different colours of mascaras that make your eye colours pop, and Burgundy I've always found, you know, with blue eyes is actually really quite nice. Packaging's pretty cool as well, isn't it? So, oh, it's got one of these big ones. Not sure about that. I make such a mess with those. I hope I don't mess my eye look up too much. Brilliant. Now the gardener's outside with his trimmer, so he's going to be noisy, isn't he? Right, let's try and get this done as soon as possible. I just find look how big it is. It's massive. It literally covers my whole lid. Hopefully, I'll try and be careful with it, but hopefully I don't, you know, get too much on my eyeshadow. There's one coat. I mean, it's not terrible. We'll see how it looks after 2 coats. Right, so 2 coats. Do you know what? It's not awful. It isn't. It gives a really good lift. You see that? Really nice lift on there. And yeah, it does separate them nicely, which I didn't think it would with it being like such a fat wand. And I didn't actually make as much mess. I was very careful though, but I didn't make as much mess as I normally do on my lid, like with any other mascara, which again really surprised me. And yeah, I love the colour. So yeah, for a more affordable drugstore mascara, I do think this is actually a really good one. But I was just a little bit like taken aback by the size of the wand itself. Like it's really bushy. Yeah, which as I say, normally I don't get on with. However, you know, I've got no complaints there today. For bronzer, I have this one here from Catrice. So this is the Butter Like, it just says bronze and contour palette. And I've got 010 Born to Shape. I think there were 2 of these. There was a darker one as well. So that's what the shades are like. So we've got this one's a bit more cool toned and this one's a bit warmer. So obviously contour and bronzer. I'm just going to go into the bronzer, I think. I'll show you the contour. I just don't really use contour, but it does look a really nice shade of contour, which it is. Oh, see this? Right, I've got this one here and I've got this one here, and this one here scratches. Well, they're not scratches, they're actually cuts. We've got a new mattress coming today, right? And it should be here by now actually. And my husband let go of the tape measure like really quick while it was in my hand, and it sliced my fingers. I had a right go at him. How very mean. He didn't mean to do it, of course. It was an accident, but I still made him feel bad about it. Right, okay, so as I say, I'm just going in with the warmer one, so the bronzer shade. And we'll go on this side. Looks a really nice shade, actually. I'd say it's the most pigmented. I feel like I need to go in again. I feel like where I went and blended afterwards, I've lost some of the colour. But that's fine, you know, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's nice to build it up rather than, you know, have to sort of get rid of it as such. It's easier to build it up than it is to take away, isn't it? Just go around the hairline slightly as well. It's actually really easy to use. Do you know what? That's actually really nice. And this was so cheap. I think it was about £3 or something stupid. But yeah, and bearing in mind, you've got the contour in there as well. If you do contour, I'm rubbish at it, so I don't do it. But I actually think that's really nice. It's not too warm either. It's not orange. It's a really nice, like natural sun-kissed sort of bronze, which, yeah, I'm actually really liking. I do love a bit of Catrice. Catrice and Essence, well, they're the same company, aren't they? But I think they do really lovely, like really affordable products. So for blush, I have this one from Revolution. I haven't seen them advertise these, you know. I saw them on the website in one of their, like, you know, where they have their new products bit. And I thought, I haven't seen them anywhere online. I've seen no one talking about it. But yeah, so it's the Jelly PH Blush Lip and Cheek. It's one of those jelly ones, but it's a PH one. I'm actually really over all the PH stuff, but I thought the colour looked really nice with this. So looks like that. I'm going to go in with a brush because I always do with these. I find that they apply so much better with a brush than to go straight up. Wow, it comes off really pink. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just do it. Oh, that's okay. No, that's fine. Let's go to the other side. I thought it was going to be like proper hot pink, which is not my kind of blush at all. Looks great on some people, especially deep skin tones. Oh, deep skin tones with a hot pink blush looks incredible. I'm going to take my sponge and just blend it a little bit. Actually comes off really dewy, which I haven't found on the other ones. Like I've got the milk one, and I don't remember that. I haven't used it for a long time, but I don't remember that being as kind of wet looking. I do feel like it's gone. Okay, let's not do that with the sponge. I was going to say, and it has, I feel like it's taken off my foundation underneath. It's almost too wet. That's a shame because the base was actually looking really good. Okay, right. I'm just going to take my fingers instead and just pat it a bit. Not so keen on that at all, to be honest with you. I don't feel it looks that great on. When I first started putting it on, I thought, okay, it was more to do with the colour. I thought the colour was going to be like really pow, and it wasn't. It was fine, like the colour, when I first put it on anyway. But I feel like when I started to blend it, it's, even when I use my hands, it's just disappeared, but it's taken away the foundation from underneath as well. So it's just left it looking a bit patchy, which, yeah, that wasn't really what I was going for. So yeah, I would personally say that one's a no. Maybe that's why I haven't heard much about it. Hey ho, you got to try these things. So we've got another jelly product though. So it's this one here. This is the Glass Halo. This one really, really appealed to me because it's clear. So this one is a highlighter, but look, it's completely clear. Now I love a clear, there's a few K beauty products that I've had in the past, like, but they're not like this. They're like in a pan, and they're like jelly-ish and all like gel almost, and clear, and they look so good. They leave the most beautiful wet look, like on the high points. Really nice and natural looking. So I'm going to take this and we'll go where I normally would. So as I say, on the high points just here. See, that's really nice. Do you know what I mean? It's yeah, it's not an in-your-face highlighter. It's actually, this is sort of thing that if you're going for that no makeup look and you're not really wearing any other base products, it's a really nice one to use. So I'm going to go on this side as well. Yes, see, stunning, absolutely stunning. Literally looks like glass. Well, it's called glass halo, isn't it? But it's got that like real glass look about it. I'm going to pop a little, can you see how I've got a natural glow just here? Let's just pop a little bit there as well. I don't normally put highlighter on my nose. Highlighter? I think that's stunning. That is really nice. They do have them in other shades as well. If you didn't want clear, they had a gold and I think they had a silver. And yeah, I would say that is beautiful. Really, really lovely. So we're going to set that down using this one here. This is the Sheglam Locked In Setting Spray. I think this has been out a while, you know, but I hadn't tried it, so I grabbed it. Keeps your makeup fresh all day, 16-hour, long-lasting. So, yeah, it looks like this. It's quite cute, actually. Oh, that's fine. That's really fine. Can't smell anything. Oh, no, it smells really nice. That is so fine. I love the smell. It's actually a really nice smell. Actually leaves a really nice finish on the skin as well. It looks lovely, actually. The smell is so good. It smells like a really nice perfume. Yeah, there's nothing coming off on my fingers at all. So, yeah, I do feel like it feels like it's going to really set it down, like it says. But, yeah, wrinkly forehead. Very lastly, for lips, I have these two products here. There we go. These two products here. So I have the Kiss Drip. Yeah, so this one's like a lip stain, but it's also a lip product, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not really a gloss, it's not really a lipstick. It's like a bit in between. And then this one here is the Blur Lip Shaper, which it says is a blurring cushion lip liner. Right, so lip liner. And then we have like a little silicone squidgy thing on the end here. I've got a few of those, you know, from Thwee. And then it's like a chunky crayon liner like this. It's actually a bit darker than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of a nude shade. What shade is this? Oh, Blushed Rose. Yeah, I thought it was going to... We'll see when it's on. I'm not sure it was going to go with that lip. Oh, do you know what? It's all right. It's a bit more pinky. Oh, it's really smooth. I love how it glides on. Look at that, that's pretty effortless. That's a nice colour, that one. It's retractable, by the way. Right, so let's take the little silicone tip thing and then we'll use that just to blend down. See, these are great for this. Look at that. Oh, I love that colour. That's really nice. It's like a purpley, well, it's like a mauve, I think. So, yeah, I think this was going to be a bit lighter, though. Hey-ho, looks really bright. We'll see. Oh, it smells like oh, it smells like really nice peach. Easily pleased. Oh, do you know what? That actually goes really nice with that lip liner. When it blends together, it makes a beautiful shade. Yeah, can you see what I mean? It's like when you first put it on and you think, oh, it's a bit streaky, but then when you kind of mush your lips together a bit, like that, it goes quite nice and like glossy, but not too glossy. Not like you've got like a really high shine lip gloss on, but it's, as I say, it's a bit in between. It's so lightweight though. You can't feel it on at all. Not sticky whatsoever. Oh, I like that. Really nice. Yeah, I can still smell that peach. It's like, it's quite overpowering, but in a good way. I love the smell of peach. So here is the finished look. And do you know what? Overall, it looks all right. It doesn't look amazing, but it looks all right. I'm happy to like leave the house in it, if you know what I mean. I would say that this foundation is beautiful, so nice. I'm gutted that the blush wore it off in this area and made it look patchy. Before that it looked great. The eyeshadow palette's really nice as well. I loved how easy it blended, really nice pigment. Needed to dip in minimal times. The eyebrow gel obviously I've used and I still use at the moment often, but I love the packaging. I think the packaging is really cute. Even though I don't like the Simpsons, I can appreciate a theme. The mascara was okay, you know, it didn't wow me, but there was nothing wrong with it. It was fine. The lip products, really nice, like really nice. I love the lip liner and I love this water tint. It is beautiful. And the highlighter as well, love that. I love how it leaves that really natural glassy sort of look on the high points. That is the sort of thing I like in a highlighter. I prefer a sheen than a glitter. So yeah, overall, I liked everything bar the blush. That's the only thing I would say was a bit of a miss for me. As always, I will link all the products shown in today's video in the description box below for you, along with any discount codes as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And I'd really appreciate it. It means the absolute world to me if you enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.